The S&P 500 has broken its uptrend and confirmed above. What does that mean for the future of the markets? Let's dive right in. Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Tim, trader at the Camp Compound, and it's time for our daily technical analysis video. So let's get right to it. Here in front of us we have the S&P 500, which is the benchmark for the stock market. Here we see that we broke above this trend line downwards, that we basically started here at the start of 2022 and then all the way down over the past year up until now. We had a couple of tries above, like here, here, and here, but we did not manage to sustain it. Now, over the past 3 days, we have been above this trend line, but we did not confirm properly. Why? Because we did not close above this high right here, this level that we have marked. Let me actually make it a bit thicker so you can see it properly. This one here around that 480. This is a trust, not the S&P itself, but same difference. Now, today we see that we gapped up. That means that today we closed, or we opened over here while we closed down here yesterday. This in between is the gap. That gap has since been filled, meaning the price has come back to this open and is now bouncing back, meaning that if we can close right here, we still have 2 hours to go as of now, 2 hours and a bit, meaning that if we close right here, right now, we will have confirmed because we closed above this, meaning that there is a good and decent chance that we'll move on towards right here at that 410. That is still a move of about, let's measure, there we go, about 2.5%, which is not too bad for a legacy market. And then we can challenge this high to try and start making a new higher high after having made a higher low right here. That is not really rocket science. The price stopped higher than here, and now we want to go further than we have before. Now, if we do manage to do that, then the next target will be right here at that 430 at this previous pivot high, and then we might just see something like the following. Move up to here, test back, retest this support, move up, and retest and continue to move up and see if we can create a proper and good uptrend back towards the previous highs. Will this actually happen? That will all depend on how the central bank will continue onwards and what the market is expecting for 2023. Because as you may have noticed, some people or some macro analysts have been screaming off the rooftops, actually most of them, for a recession in 2023. And if everyone is calling for a certain outcome to happen, I like to be on the other side of the fence, away from the herd. Now, that is not a guarantee, but there are some factors showing that the economy is, for the moment, aiming to recover if the jobs market doesn't completely just collapse. But we shall see. That is for a different video entirely and would take far too long. This is kind of our base case for now if we can close properly and then if we can make a new high. Those are the two main points that we're looking at. Then we see that the Nasdaq is also trying to break through its downtrend. This is not exactly beautifully drawn, but if we go like that, there we go. Then here we see that the Nasdaq as well has had the same issue of being above but not confirming properly. If we close right here, right now, we will have confirmation and the chances of moving up to the next point around that 296 right here. This too is a trust, but it follows the price action, so same difference. Then we will try and make a new higher high, although we have not really made a proper higher low. You can see here on this trend line it has a downward slope. Now, if we do break above, then the Nasdaq has the issue of being in a bearish pattern. We would want to break this trend line here and continue upwards to the previous high, the previous proper pivot, not this one, but here around that 333. Of course, that is quite a move. That is about, let's say, well, 10%, 12%. There you go. It's about 10-12%, which is of course quite a lot, but for the Nasdaq, which is a bit more violent and a bit more wild than the S&P, it is not unthinkable. that is what we're looking at here. Of course, if the Nasdaq manages to rally, that is really a show of strength for risk assets, and that will probably also take into consideration Tesla. Like here you can see Tesla is over exaggerating what the Nasdaq is doing. It's growing back up, and it's broken its trend line right here, retested it, and now we want to see a confirmation, meaning that tomorrow we will be higher than the close, or in this case the open. So we want to kind of see tomorrow close above 164 if possible at all for Tesla. That is kind of that. We have added a couple of shorts. I believe it was CAD or CAD. Is that correct? I'm not entirely certain. Probably not, actually. Doesn't matter too much. We have a couple here. I still have to, for some reason, the stock tickers, I just need to open up in my other tab just to make sure what we have open, they don't come as natural as the crypto tickers for some reason, but that will come in time. So here we see CrowdStrike going down, have this downwards trend, and we see that this support is kind of being held as well, so we could have a look around here for another entry. Amazon, its earnings are closing in. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of consolidation. Perfect time count. Quite like that. Today you see a move up, but not really popping off. Generally, if we break out of a bullish consolidation like this, I want to see it continue up immediately towards that next resistance here around the 102. Didn't really do that. Not really showing the strength that I would like. SDS right here, getting close to that trend line, about ready for another entry, possibly. But do remember that if we lock this, we've had tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, tap 4. You could even say 5 taps because there was some time in this. And otherwise this would be tap 5 or 6, meaning that this trend line is shut through hell. There's 6 holes in it, and there's quite the chance of it breaking the next time we touch it proper. So that is the stock market in a nutshell for today. Hopefully this was useful. Hopefully you have a bit of an idea of what to expect over the coming days. But the moral of the story, as always, is keep calm, keep cool, keep compounding. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.